Now on CoastTV News.
This is how cold it is right now, and this is the warm side of this really frosty forecast. And by the way, this weekend could be even worse.
Cold weather and frostbite, tips to prevent it and tips to treat it. Running low, a blood shortage, the Red Cross needs your help as supplies of red dwindle.
Expanding medical marijuana here in Delaware, a bill in Dover that would allow for more people to have access to medicinal pot.
EV expansion, the number of new registrations, and the Department of Transportation's goal for Maryland's move towards electric.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
An icy night in Sussex County, cold weather, dangerous roads, and delays. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our news at 11. We begin tonight with frigid, grab your coat, grab your gloves kind of weather. Let's take a live look outside right now at Salisbury University. You can see it looks calm. What you can't see is just how cold it is. Our first alert chief meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our weather.
As cold as it feels right now, this is nothing compared to what we're expecting tomorrow morning when you wake up. For example, courtesy of our Orsett camera, we're at 26 degrees right now, but look at the winds out of the northwest at 18 miles per hour, so it feels like 15 degrees right now. And we're going to drop even more for the rest of the night thanks to the clear skies, and with the winds coming out of the northwest and gusty, that's not doing us any favors. Our morning commute, bottom line is this. We are expecting wherever we have any leftover moisture on the ground, that's going to create what's called black ice, ice over the blacktop and you can't see it, slick road conditions. Temperatures are going to drop so fast, so low, that you could have some problems with your tires deflating because of the cold air that's already in place. Take a look at the temperatures. Now, this is the temperature right now, not even including the wind. We're at 22 degrees in Lewis, 24 Indian River Inlet, as well as Bethany Beach, 21 in Greenwood, 22 in Seaford, and it feels like the teens right now with the wind chill factor just about everywhere. The cold front is already pushed through with the precipitation out of the way, but more precipitation isn't our issue. It's dealing with the cold and the winds. And speaking of the winds, we actually have active small craft advisories. We're bracing for 25-mile-per-hour winds on top of the cold that we're expecting. And what does that mean? A serious problem with cold for tomorrow morning. And that's not all, Charlie. We're talking about this weekend as well. Stick around for your full forecast and be sure you download our app. Back to you, brother.
Well, you just said it there, Paul. With this kind of weather, you might want to download this app. If you pull out your phone right now, you can use the QR code on your screen. That's the First Alert weather app. You can download it for free. Get all the weather updates you need. It's dangerous conditions that can happen quickly when a person is exposed to extreme cold weather, much like the kind we're experiencing tonight. Leads to frostbite in some cases, a loss of feeling and color in areas that are affected, and that can cause permanent damage because the extremities get numb. Many people may not even know it's happening. For the uninitiated, here are a few tips on how to prevent, spot, and treat frostbite. In frigid cold, it can happen within minutes.
Unfortunately, frostbite is a real concern.
Emergency physician Mark Conroy with Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center says the parts of our bodies that are furthest from the core are most vulnerable to frostbite, including ears, nose, fingers, and toes.
By the time you hit true frostbite, when you're damaging the tissues of your body, things are typically numb, so you don't necessarily feel them.
That's why you need to know the signs, including a white or grayish-yellow skin area, skin that feels unusually firm or waxy, and numbness. If any of these symptoms are present, Conroy says to get out of the cold right away, shed wet clothing, and start to slowly rewarm the body with dry blankets and lukewarm water.
You don't want to, go too close to a fire because some of the ways that we can rewarm ourselves can actually hurt us further.
You can also help prevent frostbite by wearing waterproof clothing and footwear, wear gloves, and keep other extremities like your ears and nose covered as well. And Taylor says not to drink alcohol.
You might be suffering from the cold more than you realize if you've had something to drink before heading outside.
The important task of preparing for the weather, especially when you're not used to the cold. Health experts say to also be aware of hypothermia, a dangerous condition caused by prolonged exposure to frigid temperatures. Warning signs include confusion and slurred speech. A person developing hypothermia needs immediate medical attention. Given the dangerous nature of the dropping temperatures, the Delaware Emergency Management Agency has issued a level 1 driving warning. That's statewide. That's for the overnight hours from now into Wednesday morning. They warn of the likelihood of icy roads and bridges. DelDOT crews have been and will continue to treat the roads, but they also warn that rock salt becomes less effective once temperatures hit 15 degrees, which, as Paul just explained in weather, is likely in some areas. As for what a level 1 driving warning actually means, if you're operating a vehicle, you should use extra caution. Non-essential employees are really encouraged not to drive unless there's a significant safety, health, or business reason to do so. And here are a few things you should know. Given the condition of the roads, all the school districts in southern Delaware are on some type of delay for tomorrow. Most of them delayed for 2 hours. That includes Seaford School District, Sussex Tech, Woodbridge, Laurel, Indian River, and Milford school districts. Meanwhile, Delmar School District is delayed 90 minutes. Make sure you note the time difference there. New tonight, medical marijuana could be expanding its accessibility if some lawmakers get their way, and some say the changes are long overdue. CoastTV News reporter Charles Reinert shows us what is being proposed in Dover.
Easier access to medicinal pot is on the table in the first state. House Bill 285 would lighten the requirements. You would not need to have a severe health condition to qualify for a medical card.
Improving the program is going to increase access.
Instead, doctors would make that determination. Adam Gores at Columbia Care in Rehoboth Beach says it will help people get the treatment they need.
Doctors should be able to recommend cannabis for any condition that they see fit, just like a doctor can prescribe a medicine for any condition that they see fit. So I think that's a really important change that's going to improve access.
Meanwhile, anyone over the age of 65 wouldn't even need a doctor. The bill would allow for older adults to self-certify for a medical card. Plus, the bill would extend expiration dates for cards that are handed out. I did speak with one person today who didn't want to get on camera, but they did say that they were afraid that maybe people might abuse these new rules if this does get signed into law. But Zoe Patchell with the Delaware Cannabis Advocacy Network says it's a long overdue change.
A lot of those programs began at the initial implementation back in 2011 and have just continued over the last 12 years. So these are long-awaited improvements to the medical cannabis program that will significantly help patients.
A new fight for a new General Assembly as the marijuana debate heats up, with new twists and turns. I'm Charles Reinert in Sussex County, CoastTV News.
This bill was sent out of the House Health and Human Development Committee. It still needs more approvals before it can get Governor Carney's signature. So that's what's going on with medical marijuana. But that recent election a little while back legalized recreational weed. So when will we start to see that in stores? Here are some key dates to consider. July is the deadline for the adoption of regulations that are required for giving out licenses, sort of establishing what the rules will be. In August, the state's marijuana commissioner will start accepting applications for those licenses. Then in September, they're going to start issuing licenses to sell weed. However, there is still a lot more that goes into all of this, and it could be years before you actually see businesses open up and sell a recreational product. Get that blood pumping. That's what the American Red Cross wants to do here in Sussex County, because right now they're looking at a shortage. Facing the worst donation numbers in 20 years, the Red Cross, who supplies 40% of the nation's blood, says this low blood donation situation could create a domino effect of problems even here in Sussex County. According to the Red Cross, donations are needed, especially this time of year, as severe weather means more accidents and hospitals need to do more blood transfusions.
Definitely rely on blood for traumas. We may have a trauma that could occur at any time that requires an immediate transfusion. We also have other surgeries such as open heart surgeries, orthopedic surgeries that may require transfusions. So we want to have blood on hand for that.
And this brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what would motivate you to donate blood? Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier this evening. And so far, it's been the leader all day. Community need 60%, but we have seen a couple of these other numbers change. Personal experience at 13%, convenience at 16%, and initiatives, that's actually at last here at 11%. Now, if you haven't voted yet, still time to do so. You can go to coasttvnews.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
I'm Mallory Metzner. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. Up to 40 new electric vehicle charging stations could be coming to interstates and major highways in Maryland. The Department of Transportation says it issued a request for proposals on Tuesday. This as the agency says that Maryland is on track to reach 100,000 electric vehicle registrations in the first quarter of 2024. A $26,000 grant is set to combat limited access to primary care on Smith Island. Tidal Health says the Somerset County Health Department issued the grant to expand and improve health care here with clinic upgrades and renovations and medical equipment like blood pressure cuffs. A fall oyster survey in the Chesapeake Bay recorded outstanding numbers that the Department of Natural Resources is calling the best in a generation, proving a successful oyster population in Maryland waters. And that's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Mallory Metzner.
We are thrilled to announce that Coast TV has a brand new Facebook page for the latest news, for some of our exclusive content and interactive discussions. Make sure to visit and follow our new page. Just head over to facebook.com/CoastTVNBC, or you can scan this QR code right here that's on your screen. And we're just getting going this evening. Still to come, let's get political as the race for the White House leads to New Hampshire. A debate has been canceled and aspersions are being cast.
Alert, a hard freeze is setting in. We're going to need for you to take precautions for tomorrow morning and for this weekend. I'll show you why.
Coming up next, something you're only going to find on Coast TV, our own Matt Pensick, one-on-one with outgoing Governor Tom Carper. We'll be back in just 60 seconds.
It's Grace Home Furnishings' final sale before they close their doors for good. 4 days only, January 18th through the 21st. Every item marked down to 75% off. Famous brand names at rock bottom prices, so get there fast before it's all gone.
On Coast Life, join us for a visual journey through the 2024 Bethany Beach Photo Contest. Then, learn about the impactful partnership between BB Healthcare and Nemours, transforming pediatric care locally. Coast Life on Coast TV.
From the court to your living room, catch the dribbles and the buzzer beaters. High school basketball lives here on Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
It's Grace Home Furnishings' final sale before they close their doors for good. 4 days only, January 18th through the 21st. Every item marked down to 75% off. Famous brand names at rock bottom prices, so get there fast before it's all gone.
This is Coast TV News at 11.
Tom Carper's political career began when Jimmy Carter was president, and in early January 2025, it's going to end when Carper's longtime friend Joe Biden is in office. Coast TV's Matt Pensick recently had a chance to speak with Carper, a one-on-one about his time serving the people of Delaware.
It is a life that has seen service to our country during the Vietnam War and for nearly 50 years, in one form or another, representation of Delaware in government. That long career is nearing an end, as this past May, Tom Carper announced he will retire after his Senate term expires in January of 2025. I recently had the chance to talk with Carper about that decision and his career.
We got people who's running, who's not running. No. Right now, I've got you in a list of people who's not running, unless you have breaking news for me.
No. I've had a great run. Okay. It's over 20 years in the Navy, and chance to be Delaware's treasurer, congressman, governor, senator, and lead the National Governors Association, and chair a couple of committees in the Senate. My crew and I, we'd flown our missions and had chow with my crew, and the day was over, and I remember opening the mail, and there was Time in Newsweek, and I started reading who won president and all these Senate races, and I read about a place called Delaware, where a 29-year-old guy named Joe Biden upset an icon to become at 29 elected to the United States Senate. I thought, there's a state where a young person might have a chance to be involved. But my colleagues say to me that one of the things that they will miss most about me is my willingness to reach across the aisle and to with a hand of friendship. Principle, you're not going to do stuff that I think is dumb or stupid or foolish, but to always be finding how do we work together, how do we get things done that need to get done. Well, actually, I'm very proud of the kind of state. When I came to the state right out of the Navy, we had the worst credit rating in the country. We're tied for dead last with Puerto Rico, where our ability to create jobs and provide jobs and economic opportunity, we're in the toilet. And we've come so far. We're fiscally responsible here. We have the best credit rating in the country. We have we're one of the best jobs in terms of lowest unemployment rates in the country. We work really hard to make sure people have access to health care. And so I'd like to see that's part of my legacy, part of our legacy. And I feel great feel blessed to have had a chance to help lead the state at the time when those things happened. When I announced I was not going to run for re-election, I said I was going to run through the tape. That's something they say in track and field for the runners. You don't stop before you run through the tape. Run through the tape. And I'll run through the tape, and there are going to be plenty of other opportunities for me to serve. I'll find them. And I don't need to get paid for them, but I want to continue to contribute as much as I can.
He may move a little slower as he approaches that finish line, as Tom Carper will no longer have a campaign to run in. This also ends an era. Carper is the last senator to have served in the Vietnam War. When he returned home from Vietnam, he found a divided country. He leaves Congress with many divisions still left in the U.S. For Coast TV News, I'm Matt Pensick.
For more on Coast TV's exclusive interview with Senator Carper, go to coasttv.com/decision2024.
We have dangerous heat in the forecast, and understand something. That's not hyperbole or salesmanship. That's a fact. We're talking about the wind chill factor falling to 1 in some areas. Single digits for just about everybody tomorrow morning. Okay, so courtesy of our Irish Eyes camera, we're holding at 22 degrees right now. Now think about the temperature dropping crazy along with the winds out of the northwest, and that's a bad combination. You see, we're going to drop from 23 down to 21, and that's cold enough in and of itself. You factor in the winds, and we have a great concern. Our coffee cast, hey, listen, max warming is indeed going to be needed. The winds are not only a problem because of how gusty they are, but out of the direction they're coming out of. It's coming out of the northwest, tapping into some Arctic air to our northwest. Then you combine that with the fact that we have actual small craft advisory in effect along the shore. When you're talking about 25-mile-per-hour wind gusts along the shore from Lewis all the way down towards Chincoteague, you're combining that with temperatures in the 20s. So we'll feel like the teens right now as we speak. And you see this area right here over in the Ohio Valley region, they are under a wind chill advisory, which is where we're drawing our air from, okay? Here's a look at the temps. We're at 22 in Lewis, for example, Milford, Redden. We're at 21, for example, in Greenwood. But what does it feel like? It feels like 11 right now in Milford. It feels like 11 in Greenwood, 13 in Delmar, 15 in Milton and in Rehoboth Beach, and 11 at Indian River Inlet. Why? Because the winds are coming out of the northwest. And for Wednesday morning, we'll have 22 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts, 26 likely for us in Rehoboth Beach, and that will continue to be the case till we get to, let's say, Wednesday afternoon. So frostbite is a genuine concern for Wednesday. We go from a low chance to a moderate chance for Wednesday. And then when we swing over to Saturday and Sunday, we have a moderate chance Saturday and Sunday. So it's not just one day we're concerned with several. Here's what we're going to wake up to tomorrow morning, all right? 3 degrees in Lewis and Rehoboth, 1 degree Dewey Beach, 2 in Fenwick Island, 3 in Ocean City, 4 in Georgetown, Millsboro, Selbyville, 3 in Milton. That's the wind chill factor in the morning time. By the afternoon, if we're lucky, we'll warm up and start to feel like 19 and 18 by the afternoon. Thursday's going to feel a lot better. Friday, that's when we're watching out for a chance of snow. Frost and a hard freeze, that's our other concern. Look for a hard freeze likely for us for tomorrow morning, and then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and at least a light freeze on Tuesday. And then finally on Friday, remember we talked about the potential of snow? Well, starting at 6:30 in the morning, the snow begins. And then it overtakes with a little heavier downpours of snow shower activity by 7:30 Friday. So Friday is an all-day snow kind of a day, all right? Here's a look at your forecast. We are looking for it to stay very cold. Now, sunshine for Wednesday, but take note of one other thing. Tomorrow's cold, single digits. But watch this. Saturday morning, 18. Sunday morning, 17. Monday morning, 18. So I'm looking for the wind chill factor to stay near single digits for 3 more days in a row after we get past tomorrow morning.
You know, Paul, I don't know that I needed that much of a reminder of my home state of Alaska. Still to come, that juice, it's not your friend, at least not if you're working on that New Year's goal of dropping a few pounds. The disappointing news about 100% fruit juice. And next, there's no debate, it's on to New Hampshire. The presidential primary heating up.
If you're not sleeping well, Johnny Janosic is here to help. Purchase any mattress of $1699.95 or more and get a free pillow set, a free sheet set, and $400 off any Rise Home Power Base. Shop Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
Is the name of your bank changing again? The Farmers Bank of Willards has been a local independent bank for nearly 100 years. When you bank local, your money stays here in our community, where it benefits our local businesses, farms, and families. The Farmers Bank has real people ready to help and world-class features like our free mobile banking app with Locket debit card security, a Smart Sense savings program, and free checking with no minimum balance. Stop paying extra fees and switch to the Farmers Bank of Willards, where people matter.
Embrace a new journey and kickstart your New Year's resolution in a brand new Subaru from Gateway Subaru. Discover the 2024 Subaru Outback, which represents Subaru's commitment to safety, innovation, and adventure. Right now, lease a new 2024 Subaru Outback for only $299 a month, or take advantage of financing rates as low as 4.9%. Plus, Gateway has more in-stock Subaru inventory to choose from than other dealers have combined. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
When you visit the Delmarva Design Center, you'll experience a selection of appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring all together in one showroom. The 10,000 square foot location has a variety of inspiring samples for any project size or budget. Your dedicated product experts and designers collaborate to bring your dream project to life. Come and see what the kitchen industry buzz is all about. Experience the Delmarva Design Center in Selbyville, Delaware, serving all of Delmarva's coast.
If you're not sleeping well, Johnny Janosic is here to help. Purchase any mattress of $1699.95 or more and get a free pillow set, a free sheet set, and $400 off any Rise Home Power Base. Shop Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
Race for the White House moves fast. President Trump earned that big victory Monday night in Iowa, but already all eyes are moving to New Hampshire, as Kristen Holmes reports.
So it's now off to New Hampshire, a great place. We won it last time.
Tonight, Donald Trump back on the campaign trail in New Hampshire after a commanding performance in the Iowa caucuses, putting the former president one step closer to the Republican nomination and a potential rematch with President Joe Biden.
And I really think this is time now for everybody, our country, to come together. We want to come together.
Before heading to the Granite State, the GOP frontrunner making a detour to a New York courtroom as he balances his political and legal battles.
I go to a lot of courthouses because of Biden, because they're using that for election interference.
As the race moves to New Hampshire, Trump's campaign is paying close attention to Nikki Haley's rise in the polls and sharpening their attacks on Haley's immigration record.
Haley's weakness puts us in grave danger.
And her position on reforming Social Security.
We changed retirement age to reflect life expectancy.
Despite a third-place finish in Iowa, Haley is making the argument the GOP primary is a two-person contest between her and the former president.
Now, when we know it's a head-to-head, you heard me last night say, look, we have a choice. Are we going to do more of the same? Or are we going to go forward? And more of the same is not just Donald Trump, it's Joe Biden. Both of them are exactly the same.
Haley echoing that message in a new television ad in the Granite State.
The two most disliked politicians in America, Trump and Biden, both are consumed by chaos, negativity, and grievances of the past.
On the heels of his second-place showing in Iowa, Ron DeSantis hitting the campaign trail in Haley's home state of South Carolina, before making his way to New Hampshire.
Haley, look, she was governor here for 6 years. Can you name major achievements under her tenure? I mean, tell me if there are, because she hasn't been able to do it.
The Florida governor criticizing Haley for refusing to accept an invitation to debate in New Hampshire before next week's primary.
They basically have her hermetically sealed because, she's got this problem with ballistic podiatry, shooting herself in the foot all the time.
But Haley insisting she's only interested in a debate with Trump.
That's who I'm running against. That's who I want. That's, at the end of the day, he's the front runner. He's the one that I'm 7 points away from. He's the one that we're fighting for. There is nobody else I need to debate.
Trump has not given any indication that he wants to debate anyone ahead of the general election, and that is why ABC has canceled the debate that it had been planning. Coming up in sports, a head-loping clash in wrestling tomorrow. Hear why you don't want to miss Lake Forest taking on Del Mar. And next, fruit juice and weight gain. That may be 100% OJ, but it doesn't mean it's healthy. We put the squeeze on after the break.
Shop Johnny Janosic's Winter Home Sale and get a fresh new look for your home. You'll save up to 50%, plus 0% APR till 2026, and instant discounts up to $500. But hurry, it all ends Monday at Johnny Janosic.
Regardless of the team you support on Sundays, the joy of victory is right around the corner. So is getting an affordable, reliable new Toyota. And with plenty of vehicles in stock, there's less waiting and more saving, making now a good time to score with a great deal. Like special financing as low as 3.99% on reliable Legends, RAV4, and Highlander. It's game on at Toyota, official partner of the NFL. Toyota, let's go places.
At Spicer Brothers, we're not just about installing roofs. We're about protection, durability, and peace of mind. Our team of skilled professionals can install your last roof using the highest quality materials in as little as 1 day. And we make it easy with on-site design and digital proposal.
And right now, save $1,000 off your new roof. Plus, have peace of mind with our Platinum Plus lifetime warranty. And the best part, enjoy no interest and no payments for 18 months.
Call today and schedule your free in-home consultation because you deserve the best.
Hi, it's Peter Guida, and on this episode of McQueen Classics, we're going to define what a classic car is. Any car 25 years or older, 1997 and below. So if it's languishing in your garage, we're going to come get it. We're going to turn it into cash, and we're going to help you sell it. Seriously, we're going to come get it. It's time for the ride of your dreams from McQueen's. Behind the new Redners on Route 9 in Lewis.
For the freshest local oysters on the shore, trust Harbor House Seafood. Our harvest begins at sea, straight from the heart of Chesapeake and Delaware Bay, aboard our boats, ensuring that only the finest oysters make it from harvest to plate. With our commitment to freshness and quality, Harbor House Seafood should be your first and only stop for local oysters, fresh seafood, and premium black Angus beef. Surf and turf has never been this fresh. Harbor House Seafood, your surf and turf market in Seaford, Delaware, and online at harborhouseseafood.com.
If you're not sleeping well, Johnny Janosic is here to help. Purchase any mattress of $1699.95 or more and get a free pillow set, a free sheet set, and $400 off any Rise Home Power Base. Shop Johnny Janosic's Mattress World.
Bad news if you love a morning cup of OJ. A new analysis of prior studies found that drinking a glass or more of 100% fruit juice each day was linked to weight gain in children and adults. Doctors say it's likely because you can easily gulp down too much in one sitting. The issue at hand is how the juice impacts the body. Fruits have natural sugar that slowly releases into the body, but when you're drinking it as a juice, it then floods the system. Doctors say that fruit juice should be seen as an occasional sweet treat and not a way to quench thirst.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good evening, sports fans. Lake Forest Wrestling is looking to stay undefeated as they take on a Del Mar squad searching for a conference victory tomorrow night. In our game of the night, Lake Forest takes on Del Mar. The Spartans have a 5-0 record and are coming off a victory over Indian River. Lake has a very experienced team with a number of returners, including 5 seniors. On the other side, Del Mar has a young group with a bunch of freshmen starting. But they have a couple of athletes who competed at states a year ago, including Logan King, who qualified as an 8th grader. The Wildcats hope to improve to 2-2 on the season with a victory tomorrow night. Action starts at 5:30 p.m. Check it out live on DSN. To the NFL, last night the Eagles had a tough ending to what started as a promising season, and an emotional Jason Kelce was seen on the sideline in what is said to be his final game of his career. After 13 seasons in Philadelphia as one of the top centers in the league, Kelce is retiring, according to sources with ESPN. The 36-year-old wraps up an incredible career as a Super Bowl champ, 6-time All-Pro, and just the 5th center in NFL history to have those selections, and the 4 others are in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night, everyone.
Download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
From the entire team at Preston Ford, thank you for your support in 2023.
Thank you, Marco.
To kick off 2024, we're launching our surplus sell-off sales event. Our Ford Blue Advantage inventory is bigger than ever and packed with benefits. You can buy confidently knowing our Ford Blue Advantage inventory goes through 139 points of inspection by certified technicians, plus a 14-day, $1,000 money-back guarantee. Check out our entire inventory online at PrestonFord.com. Join us at the surplus sell-off sales event at Preston Ford. Cars cost less in Preston.
Have you bought a house in the last decade, but it's just not quite big enough? At Paul Davis, we can design and build you a brand new addition or remodel your whole home from start to finish. With over 50 years experience of building and restoring homes, we've made the process quick and easy while making it affordable. Call Paul Davis today, and one of our design consultants can be at your home as soon as tomorrow to give you a free estimate for your new addition or whole home remodel. Or visit our new showroom in Salisbury, Maryland, 100 Marvel Road.
What do you do when your tire goes flat and there's no air anywhere? You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865, or go to getbullseyepro.com.
When I think about what the Today Show does, it's not just about the mornings, it's about your whole day. There's a feeling of we're in there with you. Then let's take on this day together.
Wheel of Fortune, celebrating 41 years of excitement.
All new episodes airing now. Wednesday at 7 on CoastTV.
Ocean City Mayor Rick Meehan and the Town Council will soon receive an update on the Race World offshore powerboat races that are set for June 7th to June 9th. This event marks the first time Ocean City joins the National Series with a 3-year agreement to showcase the city and this thrilling sport. 4 dates have been confirmed for the 2024 series as of today.
Right now, courtesy of our Tidal Health camera, we're at 22 degrees. Winds are out of the north and it's calm. We're looking for temperatures to drop from 21 to 20, mainly clear skies. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 10-day forecast. We're going to wake up to single-digit wind chills for tomorrow. A chance of snow for Friday, pretty much all day Friday, particularly in the evening time. And then another blast of Arctic air will drop the temperature to 17 degrees Sunday morning, 18 degrees Monday morning, and actually 18 degrees Saturday morning, 17 Sunday, and 18 on Monday. Basically, it's cold again.
Thank you, Paul. And thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11. For more news, for more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, it's coming your way next. And we're going to see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. with some updates on that cold weather. Have a great night.